So the problem's at Daishihan, and not specifically with the president lady, huh? Gotta admit, that would help explain why those goons went after Rin. But we've already got our hands full with the synthesters. We don't need to deal with corporate shenanigans on top of that. Oh, hey. Almost forgot I'm totally out of surfacer for my model kits. I'm gonna go buy a bunch. Help me carry it, would you? Oh, don't give me that look. I'll buy you lunch or something. Huh? What are you... Ooh, hold up. Yeah, I don't like the looks of these guys at all.
You're working with Rin.
Who? Us?
You will hand her over to us now. Give us her whereabouts.
How the hell are we supposed to do either of those things?
Don't play innocent. Elite guard, so you are involved then.
Hey, I didn't sign up for that. You can't just rope me into these things.
This will not be pleasant for you, you understand. Consider it a lesson in obedience and respect.
Damn it. Guess we just gotta fight our way out of this one. Yeah. Nice try, losers. Oh, I guess you were the one doing the actual fighting. Me, I was just doing my best not to get hit. I'm guessing those are the same suits who attacked you before, huh? They've gotta have some connection to Daishihan. And they thought we were in with Rin, too. They probably recognized you from that fight where you saved her bacon. I'm thinking maybe Little Miss CEO is telling the truth after all. There really is something going on under her nose. Dude, seriously? Those were not fans. Anyway, I gotta tell you, I don't like this one bit. Feels like AKIBA'S going crazy all around us. But, what can you do, you know? We've just gotta keep it together and, I don't know, keep on keeping on, I guess. Let's head back to Mogra. I'll buy the surfacer next time I'm out.
You got attacked by thugs in suits? The ones who were after Rin?
I don't know what their problem was. I told them we weren't even Rin's friends, but they didn't care.
I think that's your phone. Did you receive a mail?
Whoa, hold up. Where are you off to all of a sudden?
Looks like you came alone. Awfully trusting of you. And so nonchalantly, too. Guess I got the right email address. I found it in the data I recovered from Daishihan Pharmaceuticals. Now, why do you suppose that might be? Could well be. However, can you think of any other reason why Daishihan would have your contact info? Maybe a job you applied for by email, which promised rare goods as payment? Oh, I'm quite serious. The email addresses I pulled from Daishihan's records came from the applicants for that very job. I'm sure even you can figure out what that means, can't you? Daishihan Pharmaceuticals and the organization are connected. Now, I couldn't tell you why Daishihan would be getting themselves involved in all this. But there's no doubt that they are. There's an indisputable connection between them and the Synthesters. It is. We're still talking about shades of gray, but it's about as close to black as gray can get. But I suppose I can at least tell you what I've been hoping to get out of this whole mess. I'm going to purge the Synthesters completely, cut them off at the source, more or less. Of course, I haven't quite worked out exactly how to do that yet. All I know is Synthesters should not exist. They do not belong in this world. I suppose in that sense our goals are the same. So maybe, depending on circumstances, it might not be so bad to work with you AKIBA freedom fighters. But I have two conditions. First, you don't get to ask about my history at all. And second, you can't get Shizuku Tokikaze involved any further than she is. The two of us had a certain connection once. Now, I can't even stand the sight of her. I have information you're going to want, and you know how well I can handle myself in a fight. You can have both, my knowledge and my skills, just by letting Shizuku go. Think it over, decide what you want, and figure out which one of us can better help you. Oh, and this little tidbit is free. Zenya Amo, he's searching for you. By which I do mean the AKIBA freedom fighters, but also you, personally. Sooner or later, he will find you. You've gotten the better of him one time. Do not let that go to your head. Take some time to think things through, but don't keep me waiting too long. Until we meet again, my little sheepling.
So Rin's actually offered to join us, huh? Certainly didn't expect that.
She's a multi-talented person fighting to defend Akiba.
But asking us to kick Shizuku out of the group?
We're still missing too much information. We should ask Miss Kasugai directly about the Daishihan connection, I think.
sent a note to her mail address, but she hasn't written me back yet.
Yeah, she seems all flighty and free-spirited, but she's still a company president. I bet she's got a lot on her plate. Unlike the owner of a certain game bar I know.
Hey now, be nice to your elders.
If the Akiba freedom fighters want to join forces with Rin, I'll understand. I can chase after the synthesters by myself.
Now hold on just a minute. We've done great together all this time. We can't split up now.
Thank you.
Let's put this whole Rin business on hold for now. It's about time to get out and patrol.
Man, I don't know if I can keep my head clear with all this Daishihan organization nonsense. But I guess we've still got a town to save, right?
We do. I think we should start in the Yodobashi Camera Plaza this time. This town is filled with stories and music, all tied together by the smiles of those who hear them. I find that way of life to be positively inspiring. But the synthesters seek to disrupt it. They're the missed note in the symphony, the flubbed line in the play, and I won't rest until they've been stopped. Look, at that corner. Those are synthesters, without a doubt. Let's go.
We fight.
Is that all? Be careful. I'm still sensing a presence.
Ha ha ha! Found you! I knew if I left enough bait for you, you'd eventually come crawling out from your hole.
Zenya Amo.
You left me in debt to you when last we met. And I've come here to settle accounts. Debt goes against my principles, you see. I hate to owe money and despise owing favors. But the worst debts of them all are debts of pride. And I can't allow this one to go unpaid. I will repay my debt to you in full, this instant. I am no longer the Zenya you've come to know. I have unlocked my inner power to become Hyper Zenya! And Hyper Zenya will not allow the likes of you to stand in his way!
Careful. Everything about him is different than it was before.
Pathetic ants! Ride in the dirt beneath my magnifying glass and let me watch you burn! You think you hurt me? I barely even felt a scratch!
You're lying. Even the original Synthester can't possibly brush off such massive damage.
You worthless scum! Do you still think you can stand up to me? I'll tear you limb from limb!
No, he can still move?
Die!
That's enough!
Rin?
You think I'd leave something like this for my big sister to handle?
Out of my way! What do you think you're doing?
Rin. Why? Why would you cover for us like that?
Rin, how could you? How could you stand in the way of our ambitions? No, my power is reversing, head burning up!
What's wrong? You look a bit winded.
Damn you! I can't fight like this! I demand a rematch! If garbage like you thinks it can defeat me, then come to the battle arena and prove it! Consider this my official invitation. And should you turn me down, I'll make sure the innocents of this town take your place in hell. Do you hear me, garbage? This is my royal command!
He got away?
Sis, I told you not to get yourself involved any more than you already were.
Rin, hang in there. No time for questions now. We need to get her someplace safe. Come on, let's take her back to Mogra.
She's got some scrapes and bruises, but I don't see any signs of serious injury anywhere.
So, Shizuku, you gonna tell us how you know her or what?
Rin is my younger sister.
Right, of course. She's your sister. Huh? Wait, hold the phone. She's your sister?
That was an oddly delayed reaction.
So does that make her a night eater too?
You know, I actually called this one. Just wish I'd have said it out loud. It's like the kind of twist you see on TV. You've got the two sisters at odds, both dealing with some major crisis, and then some bad guy comes in, and they both have to fight him.
Really?
Pops, you so didn't call this. Don't even pretend. And wipe that whole smirk off your face.
Two little sister characters in the same group. This could pose a danger to our identities, and create a rift in the fabric of reality.
No, I'm fairly certain that it couldn't.
6 months ago, Rin ran away from home, but she left a note behind. It was roughly 50 pages long and outlined all her resentment and hatred toward me. It said I no longer had the right to call her sister, and proclaimed that she never wanted to see my face again, among other things.
50 pages isn't a note. That's a freaking light novel.
Was it her falling out with you that led her to run away from home?
Well,
I think Rin is waking up.
Rin, are you all right? Thank goodness you're awake. I was afraid you might not ever open your eyes again.
Why? I tried so hard to keep you from getting involved.
I'm sorry, Rin. I only wanted to know how you truly felt.
Sis, I'm really sorry. I wanted so much to keep you from getting caught up in my fight. So I wrote all those horrible things.
I thought that might have been it. You left me that note so I'd stay away. That must have been very painful for you. I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
No, I'm the one who should apologize. That was an awful thing for me to do. I just couldn't live with the thought of placing you in harm's way. So I thought... Sis, I'm so sorry. Please, can you ever forgive me?
Of course. It'll take more than 50 pages of hatred to bring me down.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'd hold that against her if it were me.
Yeah, me too.
We'll talk more later. For now, you need to get some rest.
You're welcome to stay here as long as you'd like.
You say that like you own the place. I mean, not like I'm gonna turn her away or nothing.
Thank you very much.
All right then. I'll take advantage of your hospitality for a while. Thank you.
So pop idols can be night eaters too, huh? Truth really is stranger than fiction.
I'd say they're equally strange and equally ordinary. Rin, you're up and about. Yup. A little R&R is all I needed to get my strength back. I feel totally fine now. Everyone here at Mogra has been really kind to me. So thanks once again, from the bottom of my heart.
No, we don't need to be thanked. It's the least we can do after you've given us so many good times with your lovely music.
Oh, well, thanks for that too. I'm kind of a terrible singer, honestly, but if you enjoy it, that's good enough for me.
Man, it's like this Rin and the pop idol Rin are two totally different people.
Indeed, this Rin is far more courteous.
That's because as a pop idol, Rin's what you might call a tsundere. Hard on the outside, but soft where it counts.
Hard on the outside is right. Seems like all her songs are about the frozen moon staining her heart with madness and other screwy stuff like that.
That's entirely a stage persona. It's all a carefully rehearsed act.
It would have to be. The Rin I know is as gentle and kind as can be.
Oh, come on, sis. You're embarrassing me. All this talk of me being gentle and kind and cute and wise.
I think you added a couple.
That's why it shocked me so much when you left me that note.
That was an act 2. I just didn't want you getting mixed up in my problems. But forget about me for a second. Why on earth, of all people, would you make a boy like this your familiar?
Huh?
You can only enter into the blood contract once in your entire lifetime. You two are bound by fate now, forever. I mean, you're this elegant young lady, sis. Don't you think you should have chosen someone a little more presentable? I'm just saying, it pays to be discriminating.
Rin, this young man has come to my aid countless times already. So please try not to say such hurtful things about him.
Sis, I can't fault you for being kind-hearted. If you want to take pity on some wretched lowlife, that just shows how compassionate you are.
Hey, not to break up this touching display of emotion, but you've got somebody glaring holes through you right now. If she doesn't say something, she might explode.
Well, who might you be?
Some wretched lowlife's little sister.
Little sister?
I've been listening to your slanderous ramblings. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is allowed to speak ill of Brody but me.
Well, look at you, cutest thing ever. Ugh. You're nothing at all like your brother. Could it be that he's only your half-brother or some such?
No. We're definitely blood siblings.
Oh, well, thank goodness you've got all the good genes. Your adorability is some kind of miracle. I'm gonna pat your head now. Pat, pat.
Somebody help. I'm gonna go to sleep now.
What a charming little lady. Now listen up, minion. Sis may have had some nice things to say about you, but don't let it go to your head. Make sure you know your place and act with all appropriate discretion. If you start to get overly familiar with her, you'll be sorry. Are we clear?
So much for gentle and kind.
Rin, I wonder if you might tell me now why you disappeared, why you ran away.
Greetings and salutations to you all. What's this I hear about the freedom fighters gaining a new member?
Shion Kasugai.
At ease, Rin. Or shall I call you Ms. Tokikaze? I have no desire to fight you.
Then why did you come here?
Rin, calm down. Let's hear what she has to say.
Thank you, Shizuku. I know you first came to my company because you were looking for something. And I also know there must be a reason you harbor such misgivings about the company now, yes?
There is a reason. It's because of the synthesters who've been terrorizing Akiba. Every time they show up, I search the area, and I always find Daishihan's tracks somewhere nearby. Tracks so deep and obvious you shouldn't even try to deny them. Daishihan's involved, and that's crystal clear.
And that's why you entered our poster girl contest, I suppose.
So, President Shion Kasugai, are you going to stand there and tell me you have no idea what's going on inside your own company? Wherever there are synthesters, Daishihan is always close behind them.
I'm afraid you're only half right, Rin. And the other half is absolutely wrong.
Excuse me?
The reason I've been playing hooky so much lately is because my company suffered a bit of a coup d'etat, you might say.
A coup d'etat? That don't sound good.
A particular faction in the office has been fighting to dethrone me. If they take my place, they'll impose their own management paradigm, very different from mine. Officially, they're pursuing research and development for a new medical breakthrough. Well, breakthrough might be putting it too mildly. Supposedly, this new technology can stimulate the human body at the cellular level, accelerating everything from healing time to muscle growth.
You don't mean...
In a way, yes. It certainly fits the definition if you go by what they do and how they do it. Now, if I were to venture a guess, I'd say their efforts have been focused on synthesters' medical treatments. Synthesters may be weak to sunlight and prone to violence, but in other ways, they're far superior to the rest of us.
Except they operate outside all sense of reason or purpose. To use beings like that for any sort of personal gain is...
Let's get back to the point. You're admitting Daishihan Pharmaceuticals is connected to the organization.
I'm saying it may very well be. Unfortunately, we have no proof. What I can say is that my company has vermin in the walls, and they're constantly scurrying behind my back.
Meaning, if Daishihan is in cahoots with the organization, you're not involved, right?
That's what I have been trying to tell you, yes. It's a bit of a shame, really. When the synthesters first came about, I thought I was the first in the company to know anything about them. I never suspected that anyone around me could have been involved, let alone behind it all, if that's what they are. I was so busy looking, I missed the answers right under my nose.
Always darkest right by the lamppost, huh?
Well, coup d'etat or no, I'm still officially the company president. I'll do what I can to clean house and expose whatever threads bind us to this organization. But Rin, I truly would appreciate your help. I want you to continue investigating Daishihan from the inside, just as you have been.
I'd have done that with or without you. And don't think I've taken my eye off you yet, Shion Kasugai. For all we know, you're just here to trick us into letting our guard down.
Believe what you will. It is my company, after all. Ultimately, the responsibility does rest with me. Oh, well, thank you. I'll do all I can to reward your faith with the best information I can find. At any rate, I believe I've told you all I know. If I discover anything useful, I'll be sure to contact you again post-haste. Though I may not be CEO for much longer.
Shion Kasugai. How far can we trust you?
Okay, so Miss Kasugai's looking into the Daishihan stuff, right? So let's get back to the problem we got. Zenya Amo's still waiting for you guys at the battle arena.
He warned us that if we didn't face him there, he'd attack the innocent people of Akiba indiscriminately.
The synthesters are already attacking people indiscriminately, though. What kind of a threat is that?
I think what he means is there'll be more attacks if you guys don't hurry over to the damned arena.
Amo raised his own power during our last battle. He's not going to make this easy. False bravado isn't going to help matters. Our enemy is strong and we need to be prepared for that.
Hey, listen. You got this guy cornered, and dogs bite when you corner them. Times like this, ain't no such thing as being too careful.
Amo could call us out at any moment. We should go.
I want to go too, sis.
No, you're staying here.
But why?
Come on, to the battle arena.
So, you didn't back down after all. You deserve a slow clap for that. What brought you here, then? Resignation to your fate, or delusional confidence?
You synthesters are a blight on this town. No one has the right to steal these people's livelihoods.
What livelihood? These people only squander their precious mortal time. You see, contrary to popular belief, all men are not created equal. Rather, every man has his worth. And otaku are no exception. All they do is consume that which they're given. They make no contribution to society. They pursue no real goal. They're jacks of no trade and masters of nothing. It's the natural order of things to drain such cowards dry. Fitting, is it not, that their energy should provide the nourishment we seek. In the Great Master's plan, each rung in the ladder of society will receive exactly what it deserves. We can shake ourselves free of all the irresolute, spiritless nobodies in this accursed existence. Allow me to spell it out for you in words you can understand, then. You pathetic otaku aren't needed. I can see you're not about to listen to reason. Which leaves me no choice but to separate your souls from your broken bodies.
We got him?
No! It can't be!
It is. You lost. It's over.
I'm not like the other otaku. I put everything, my life itself, on the line. I was going to make this a haven of chosen otaku. Only the finest specimens. Damn it! Was I wrong? Was I not defending this town's righteousness? If not, then everything I've done is... No! No!
You're no longer a synthester. And until your wounds heal naturally, you'd do well to stay away from this town you love so much. But once you've reverted into an ordinary otaku, I look forward to meeting you again on the streets of Akihabara. I don't know how we did it, but we won. And I'm very glad you're all right. Show yourself. You cannot hide from me.
So, you've proven yourself superior to Zenya. Such a contradiction is man. He will fight against an injustice for generations, but as soon as he gains the faintest gleam of power, his conviction begins to falter. Such was the fate of Zenya. He flew too close to the sun, lured by his own predominance, until his wings simply burned away. We've all seen his kind before. A man who shows remarkable talent until his first taste of loss. Then, after a single setback, he loses all faith in himself. His invincible self-image cracks and crumbles. If only he would have evaluated his failings, learned from them and grown. Instead, he invested the whole of his being into a drug he knew so little about. Such a pity. I had plans for him. I had hoped he'd be of use for longer. But I can only fault myself for that miscalculation.
So you're the one behind all this. I've been looking for you. For quite a while.
Shizuku. After Ren left, I never imagined you, too, would abandon the Night Eater village.
We agreed to let no harm befall the humans. When one of us breaks that pact, the rest of us have a duty to set things right. Soga, do you honestly comprehend what it is you're doing?
Of course, and I have taken every precaution, I assure you. Fate has already chosen whose lives will continue and whose will not.
What gives you the right?
Arguing is pointless. The truth of the matter came to me long ago. And so, I can offer you two choices. Either leave this town, or sit by and watch as the inevitable comes to pass. You are free to choose whichever best suits you. But know that if you insist on becoming obstacles again, I will not hesitate to crush you.
His name is Soga Kagutsuki. He's from the same Night Eater clan as myself and Rin. And he looks to be the mastermind behind this whole operation. I had a feeling he might be. I just hoped I was wrong. I come from a village of Night Eaters. We're a long-lived people, much longer lived than ordinary humans by far. However, our reproductive abilities are spotty. We're rarely blessed with children, and our numbers are dwindling. Neighboring villages have forgotten we even exist. Most of us have simply accepted that as our fate, and gone on with our lives. But not Soga. He tried to rally the people of the village into actively pursuing some means of keeping the Night Eater legacy alive. Unfortunately for him, no one was interested. I think they'd all given up by that point. The last Night Eater to be born was Ren, and that was over 150 years ago.
Well, the jury's still out on the exact time frame there.
Then, about 2 years ago, Soga disappeared. Rather suddenly at that. It's as if he decided his ruined kin were no longer worth his time, so he turned his back on us and left.
Hold up. Are you seriously telling me Rin is over 150 years old? What does that make you then?
My official age is 15, thank you very much.
I was born about 20 years before Rin, I believe. Though, when you live as long as we do, you stop keeping track after a while.
Yeah, my mind's kinda blown right now. I thought you were both young girl characters, but I guess you're actually older woman characters.
Don't define people by their appearances.
Back on topic. Do you know what this Soga person's doing in Akiba? Or why he's gotten involved with the Synthesters?
We've been Synthester hunters since the very beginning.
But we've had no Synthesters to hunt for at least the past 100 years.
Because of that, most of us essentially stopped thinking about them and forgot what they were capable of.
So, when the cursed things came crawling out here, I started wondering, could our missing brother have something to do with it? That's when I wrote that nasty letter to keep Shizuku away, then skipped town to find out.
Causing me minor trauma in the process. Regrettably, it seems Rin's intuition was right on the mark. Soga is the one pulling the strings here, without question.
So if we do something about him, that'll take care of the Synthesters too?
That seems likely, yes.
Big Brother's not the only one who's gotten himself caught up in this mess, though. Daishihan Pharmaceuticals definitely has their nose in this, too. Not sure how deep they go, but still.
There are other questions as well. Such as, why is this only occurring in Akiba? And why have no other locations been targeted?
That is a very good question.
Maybe it is happening in other places. It could be.
Well, if it is, nobody's talking about it on Pitter. I've only been seeing clips about monsters in Akiba.
Well, how about that? A real secret society trying to pull some evil plan on Japan.
Not Japan, just Akiba. The question remains, why has Soga come here? And why is this town the only place he's targeted? If we can answer these questions, we might be able to get to the heart of the matter.
Well, either way, we've still got a long road ahead of us. Maybe now we know who the bad guy is, but that don't exactly solve the problem. Know what I mean? Remember, the streets of Akiba are still crawling with those damn Synthesters.
If possible, I would prefer to resolve this matter diplomatically, yes. He is our brother, after all. The chief of our people.
So, guess we better get back to patrolling, since there ain't too many other options.
Good luck to everybody! Safe returns!
Okay, sis, you're with me.
I, don't think that's a good idea. I mean, you're a celebrity. If you're walking around out there, you'll attract a crowd in no time.
That could be a problem.
I think it would be best if you were to accompany me.
We call Main Street, which means you two get Showa Street.
Understood.